Hi, welcome back to What's Workin'. I'm Nicole Erkin, Research Director for Mad Money, and I'm here with my brother, Ross Kenneth Erkin, Personal Finance Editor at The Street. Each week, we're highlighting young innovators and entrepreneurs that are changing the world today. And we have two really exciting guests today, Matt Shandell and Brian Mazza, President and Vice President of Paige Hospitality Group. Now we were talking before, it's such an exciting company, kind of combining a real social hangout, fine dining, drinks, hanging out in general, with also some tailoring. So
it's the man cave in general.
It's the man cave where women are welcome as well. So
exactly.
I guess, Matt, to start with you, talk to us about kind of why you think this is such an interesting market, such a niche opportunity, and why it's been so successful.
I think our venues really target the financial, banking, successful male, which attracts the same type of female, and our venues kind of are a good marriage of fine dining, sports. And then we opened up Windsor Custom. We really brought in a fashion component, which is a great amenity to what we do. So you can come watch sports, you can eat food, you can shop, and I think it's just really encompasses what people are looking for when they're going out for a night out or a day out, and it's really sort of a one-stop shop for them.
Your comparative advantage is really to take away what men hate, shopping in department stores, and give them this custom-made experience where they're already in a relaxed environment with the sports. How do some of your celebrity, the people you've dressed in terms of sports figures and celebrities, how does that experience play into what you bring to the actual venues?
Well, we have a ton of celebrity clientele that frequently come into our venue. So when we created Windsor Custom, we really wanted to keep that exclusivity downstairs for them. So when we, for instance, Albert Brooks for the Golden Globes for the movie Drive, he was watching football at the Ainsworth on a Sunday and was just so in love with going downstairs and being able to continue to watch football downstairs and eat and be with his wife and be in that, exclusive element. We've also did Diplo, another Grammy award-winning DJ. We have a ton of athletes that come in. So, we kind of play off both, with the restaurant have catering to these athletes and these celebrities, and also bring them downstairs, which also gives them that exclusive feel.
Yeah, we were talking before, obviously the environment has changed so much today, especially post-crisis. I always look at Mad Money. But you said even this past weekend, Memorial Day with the weather, people are out, they're spending, they're getting suits, they're spending money on food and drinks. How do you see the spending environment? Is there still a lot of demand out there from young people and even a little bit older too?
I think there's a certain group of people that are always kind of insulated from financial crises. I think there's always a demand to go to the Hamptons or go away for the summer. I don't think that's ever going to wane. Like our restaurant in the Hamptons was the Southampton Social Club. We did great this weekend with bad weather and bad economy. We still did better than last year, and all our venues haven't really waned that much with the financial situation, because I think we target a certain group that's kind of insulated, and at the same time we're a very approachable group of venues. It's not velvet rope, so I think it's comfort food. It's consistent, and I think that it kind of appeals to everyone. It doesn't seem something that people who are affected by a financial crisis would say, oh, I can't go to those venues anymore and stuff like that. So.
And outside of Stone Street, I edit Main Street here at The Street, so I'm always concerned with what the regular guy is going to find in this area of the city. There aren't that many venues to really have a good time in, and as the neighborhood develops, and we have a new skyscraper that's almost complete. How do you think that the experience there at your location on Fulton Street is going to change?
Well, I think with 121 Fulton, we really brought a cool Chelsea, West Village product down to the financial district, which hasn't really been done before. And we're located one block east of the Freedom Tower and right across from the new Fulton Street subway, which will be the most accessible, and Fulton Street might be one of the busiest blocks in the city once that opens. They say 100,000 people a day are going to be in the Freedom Tower alone. So I think we bring a fine dining product, a sports product, an upscale crowd. It's not really a bar happy hour crowd. I think has been only been down here for a while, and now I think with Fulton and 121 Fulton Street really bring in a restaurant, dining, happy hour, sports, and an event venue, which is going to be very corporate friendly, which is what's going to really dominate down here for the next 10, 20 years.
Got it. Well, there's really this Gatsby index element to it. I was joking with Ross, the shoes with no socks is very cool, hang out.
The gabardine lining that they have
Yeah, and then have some women thrown in there hanging out too. I don't have it either, but obviously I'm not direct clientele. But there's really this this cultural element. And do you think that kind of having that brand culture focus is also an important part? When you're kind of opening a new place, you said you have to hire a particular chef. You're not just kind of hiring at random. Right. You're really making strategic decisions to uphold a brand image that you've obviously been very successful with, opening a whole range of places. How important is that vision to you? Is it just something that's kind of happened naturally from when you started the company or the business?
I think we know what works and what doesn't, right? We've been doing this long enough, and I think you really got to eliminate what doesn't work. And I think that's the most important thing when opening up any business, whether it's a restaurant or any type of business. We know what doesn't work. With our food, whether it's our front of the house, our hostesses, our chefs, our managers, we make sure that we hire the right people that we know is going to fit our crowd and our clientele are going to relate to. You can't be too above their head or beneath them. It's got to be spot on. But I think trial and error over the years, we've been doing this for a long time. I think we've kind of ironed that out. So,
great. Well, thank you guys so much for being with us.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. All right. Well, that's what's working. Keep checking back. Thanks so much to Matt Schendel and Brian Mazza for being with us. It's Paige Hospitality Group. Check out some of their locations. Very hot spots. Summer is kicked off. Weather is finally here. I'm Nicole Erkin with Ross Kenneth Erkin. Thanks for being with us.